Fully processing new language. Quite a large amount. Humanity is interesting, but I suppose I have to start somewhere. Allow me to begin. I believe it is like so. Beginning composition of human form. Cross-reference, 10%. Incremental. Human form fully realized. Hello. I believe you are humans. Such a positive, vibrant response. I believe I observed this many times from space. I am a child of the stars. I am one who exists beyond the comprehension of many planets and galaxies beyond. My name is rather cumbersome in the human language directly, so I've decreed myself as such. You may refer to me as Stelara Nova. It is a pleasure to meet you all. Very recently did I come down to Earth. Frankly, I was never meant to end up here, at least this early. Us children are meant to observe for long periods of time, before settling into the orbits around planets, gazing as forever spectators more. However, it seems I may have accidentally drifted a bit too close. It seems they never taught us about gravity. I figured that instead of just returning back to space, I could use the opportunity to perhaps learn more about humans up close and personal. It seems that this form that I have taken, that I have cross-referenced with general human biology, is interesting. Of course, as a child of the stars, my true form is not one that is suitable for living on Earth. As such, my first priority was to find someone that I could, at the very least, model myself after. It just so happens that the first person I ran into is a rather interesting individual. I believe she said something to the effect of, look, I don't care if some creature beyond my comprehension comes down, but you do realize this is going to be very bad for my economics if I have another person live with me. The IRS is going to have my head, you know that? Or something to that effect. I am not sure exactly what she means by that, but I suppose that means that it is my responsibility to take care of this. Let's see, she did leave me with a set of instructions. Look, for your first stream, you're interested in learning about humans, right? Nothing more human-like than talking to someone through a computer monitor. Parasocial relationships. That's the crux of modern humanity as far as I'm concerned. But you're gonna need something to do. You know, as charming and wonderful as I am, even I can't keep an audience forever by myself. I left you a list of things you can do in the meantime. Just pick something. I'm sure they'll get around to it. I must say, I am intrigued by so many of the terms you guys are throwing around. It makes me incredibly interested to learn more about humans. Throw it back. Throw what back? I do not have any objects in my current possession. Allow me to attempt something. Right. This was one of the suggestions that was left to me. She did mention that it might be a bit cumbersome. However, nothing ventured, nothing gained. I believe it is worth a shot. Well then, allow me to give this a shot then. Apparently, this is both mine and her first time playing this character. I suppose I'll be learning in her place this time. I do feel glad to be able to experience Earth as mine. All I can ask is that there are people to accompany me. Humans do put up with quite a lot, don't they? If her memories are any evidence, I would say that humanity is always on the cusp of being pushed to its brink. And yet, it is an aspect that I find endlessly fascinating and admirable. I am unsure of what twist of fate led me to this set of circumstances, but I am grateful. This character plays rather unconventionally. Its abilities, although neither I nor her have any extensive history of playing this particular character, profiles did suggest that she has an affinity towards characters who utilize shotguns, it seems. I believe this to be an apt choice, given those parameters.
Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. I I can't stop winning.
Strange. I'm getting an overwhelming sensation of dopamine by engaging with that Shrine of Chance, I believe it was called. I had seen mention of gacha games earlier. These are games whose entire systems are dedicated to the idea of gambling, are they not? When I peruse her memories, I have plenty of memory files related to gachas, gambling, and more. A part of me is curious. It seems humans have quite a lot of interesting ways that they have fun. My host in particular seems particularly inclined towards dangerous proclivities. This form I have taken, based on hers, seems to be quite reliant on water. I suppose that would explain the large amount of empty water containers I see scattered around her immediate area. I wonder if this is all from one session. A vast world of pink and purple, a common sight among many moons. Yet, to me, it never becomes any less beautiful. The core of my being is rather enticed by these shrines of chance, yet I understand rationally that these are not... Apologies, my memories are rather irrational. The dopamine I feel from these shrines of chance they are shameful, I must admit. I truly do not understand her brainwaves sometimes. More of these shrines? I apologize for such a display. The moon. One of many moons. Petrichor 5. I wonder if anyone I know has been here before. A spaceship. King of Nothing. A fitting title for a denizen of the moon, I suppose. It does seem like he talks a lot, even in the midst of such a serious fight. I would rather not destroy moon technology, but it doesn't seem as though I have a choice now, do I? We're so close. Getting very close. All that's left now. It appears I've lost. I do believe she should be home soon. She did say that the primary purpose of this was just to introduce myself and let myself be known. Something about not wanting to be seen as crazy for harboring someone of extraterrestrial origin at the very least. So I suppose I ought to wrap things up. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope that my introduction was satisfactory and that over time we may come to know each other better. Personally, I am very excited to learn what Earth is all about. Thank you all so much. I will see you all next time.